All right, guys, we are about to spend a real day in the life with the new Apple Watch Ultra. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm not an outdoorsman. I don't do crazy activities that weren't all of the cool things that the Apple Watch Ultra can do. But if you're a regular person who does regular things and you're curious about whether or not this would be a great pickup for you, we're gonna spend a day with the watch, test out all of its features, see how it feels, see if that size is a problem, and I'll give you guys my full thoughts on if someone who's not so active picks this up and what they should expect. All right, you guys, so just got into work, got into the studio, and I've been using this guy, the Apple Watch Ultra, for a few days now, and I gotta say, you guys, so far, I've been loving the experience. But real quick, let's talk about what you actually get in the box when you pick one of these guys up. All right, guys, here we've got the box of the Apple Watch Ultra, and as you might notice, this thing has a completely different shape compared to the previous Apple Watches that we've seen in the past. When you turn it over, you can see exactly which Apple Watch you've got in the box. Now, what's crazy is when you pop this thing open, you'll notice you've got this crazy background inside of the packaging, and depending on which Apple Watch band you went for, you'll get a different scene. So we've got the mountains here, because we went with Alpine. But moving on, you do get a booklet at the very top, which shows you the 3 different band options, as well as a really quick start guide to let you know how to set it up, followed by a page outlining all of the changes and everything that's different when it comes to the Ultra. And because the Apple Watch Ultra is all about getting out there, there's a special watch face that features the compass, so this section goes over all the changes there. But underneath the literature, you'll get 2 boxes, one with the Apple Watch and another with the band. So once you break into the box of the Apple Watch, you'll notice you have 2 sections, one with the Apple Watch and another with your Apple Watch charger. Now, this is a very premium version of the Apple Watch, costing twice as much as the starting price for the Series 8. So that gets you a very nice braided Apple Watch cable. But moving on, we do have the Apple Watch Ultra itself. Immediately, you can feel how solid this thing is. Of course, since it does have a titanium finish, that's what you come to expect, but this thing does feel very high-end and tough. Now, moving on to the next box, we've got our Alpine Strap. Now, this one actually grew on me quite a bit. I actually like the design here. There are 3 different color options, but we went with the white or this off-white color, and I feel like it looks pretty good. And this is what it looks like when it's all put together. All right, guys, so right now we are actually trying to get the thumbnail for this video. We're actually working on that right now. And I really wanna get a good shot that shows just how big the display is, because this is a 49mm watch, which is huge. Now, does it feel that big to me? Not really. Does it look big on me, Jay?
We know, Jay. You work
No, not even that, Jay, not even that. I'm just gonna say I like, to wear G-Shock watches.
Oh yeah, no, that doesn't look big on me.
It doesn't look that big, right? What do you guys think? Does it look big to you? Dom, you said it looked big, right?
I guess just because I have like this really
yeah.
small watch on.
When you compare them, it's a massive difference. Now, that's the one thing. So if you're someone who has smaller wrists, this is gonna be a really big jump. And unfortunately, this is the only size that the Ultra comes in. Now, it makes sense because this isn't really geared towards the everyday person, even though the everyday person is probably gonna really want this because of the battery life and the big screen.
How does that work out for you, the big screen?
The big screen, I love this screen, man. I actually like this whole combo a lot more than I expected to. And this titanium finish actually works really well because it sits between like gold and silver. So if I'm rocking all silver or something, it's fine, even if I'm wearing gold. So no matter what jewelry you're wearing, I think it looks good. Not to mention, with the changes that we've seen in watchOS 9, it actually really takes advantage of the larger display. So what we were trying to do with this thumbnail, we picked a watch face that filled up the background so you can just see just how large it is. And I feel like you can clearly see that here. I love some of the new watch faces that you get in watchOS 9. Some of these gradient colors, I think look really, really good. I find that it's a lot easier to match my outfit with some of these new options over here. Like this guy right here, come on. Boom. I'm all browned out. I'm good to go. It does have its own watch face, so I'm glad you asked, Jay. So check it out. So there is Wayfinder. Wayfinder actually has a lot of customization. With the bezels, you can have your latitude and longitude show, or your elevation, incline, or you can have nothing. Me personally, I'd probably go with nothing since that information isn't applicable to me. I'm not climbing any mountains out here. If you're not familiar with waypoints, if you're on a hike and you want to mark down the location that you're in is somewhere important to you, you can go in, just tap this little icon here. It'll have your location, and then you can set your marker to whatever color you want, and you got a waypoint. There's also another cool feature called Backtrack. So you can start it right here in the app, and this thing will actually keep track of the steps you took and how to get back to the starting location. Now, what's also pretty cool about this feature is if it detects that you lose all kinds of reception, it'll automatically start that feature in the background so that you can find your way back to when you last had service. But okay, that's enough about watch faces. Let's get back to this thumbnail.
When we're doing inspection, I have to pretty much trip every single sensor because otherwise.
So just had a call, I guess that's like my first call actually, taken on the watch. The speakers are actually really loud on these. There's 2 speakers built into the Apple Watch Ultra. There's a gigantic one on this side and another one, I guess, in one of the typical spots, I believe is on the other side. Now the second one is made because of the built-in siren feature. So in case you're lost and you need some kind of like SOS signal, you want people to know that you're lost and you need help, that siren can go off. Should we go on the rooftop and try that out? Okay, guys. All right, fellas. Let's hear how this sounds. And it'll progressively get louder. Now, the reason it shows you the battery life is because this is meant to stay on for an extended period of time. It's loud, but it's not ear piercing. It's not like a fire alarm here, but it's tuned to the exact frequency where someone who's really far can hear it.
Can that be
A regular alarm? Kind of sleep you in, Jay. All right, guys, so right now we're about to shoot some more B-roll outdoors. We're getting some B-roll of these Beats headphones that we got over here, or these Beats Fit Pro, because we're working on a comparison video. It's kind of cold out here, Dom. I mean, this feels a bit, that's what I'm talking about. It's warm out here. All right, so we got some direct sunlight out here, and shockingly, this has a 2000 nit peak brightness, just like the new iPhones or the 14 Pros. Yeah, I've got no problem seeing any of this. This looks really good. And I just wiped it up, but I like how the new notifications come in. You guys see that? And you can pull down, I can see what's going on. This is pretty dope. Very surprising that this thing gets super bright, but I guess, like, you know, if you're outdoors in the wild, maybe you're in the desert, you got the sun beaming down on you, you wanna see your Apple Watch. All right, Dom, let's get this B-roll.
Let's do it.
It's cold, man. All right, so we got our shots. We're gonna jump down real quick. 3:19 p.m., 78% battery left. It's kind of wild. That's the experience. Like, you really don't have to worry about battery life here, because this thing is insane. Now, if you're coming from a previous version of the Apple Watch, you're gonna be around that 60, 50% depending on how much you're using it. And we're chilling. Like, we just got under 80%. So, you know, we've got a lot more usage to get out of this. And I'm getting a call. I'll go ahead and answer that now. Yo. All right, y'all. So this is about as much physical activity as I get these days when it comes to going outdoors. Like, you know, I go to the gym, but outside, that's about all you get. But, you know, got the watch on. We're in the trenches. We out here doing outside stuff. I say that as if I'm not going to like McDonald's right now, but whatever. I'm outside. All right, babe, we gotta be at the parent-teacher in 14 minutes.
Yeah, I want to be first.
So it's kind of crazy. We're going to parent-teacher, our first parent-teacher conference. He's 2. What the heck is this? Battery check though, 68%, y'all. It's 6:30 p.m. It's kind of wild.
Oh wow!
Right?
All right, our first parent-teacher.
Let's do it. All right, parent-teacher went well. We ended up in Cold Stone afterwards. Ari's suggestion. I should be on the Peloton right now, testing out some workout stuff or something. But I'm not. Here I am. Either way, I currently have 64%, and it's 8:21 p.m. I'm gonna be good for at least a day or two. All right, guys. So check it out. We're back home, but let me show you something that I think that's pretty cool. Now, one of my favorite things about my iPhone is the flashlight feature. So there's an action mode button, there's an action button right here on the left side. You might have seen it, but that button right there allows me to have a flashlight whenever I need it, which is great because at night I'm always pulling out my iPhone for the flashlight. But with this action mode button, I can just, now it's gonna be hard to do with one hand, but so now, once that's pressed, I have this built-in flashlight that I can use in the dark. So you guys can see without it and with it on, boom. And like I said, all I gotta do, hit this button, and I can turn it off, hit it again, and it's back on. Super useful. I'm glad it's there. I feel like we need a button like that on even the iPhone. Any smartphone should have that kind of button. Remember the Galaxy had like that flex button? There used to be a Bixby button, then they kind of let you map it a little bit. Either way, something like that is really cool because not only can you use the flashlight like I'm using, but there are a few other options as well. But okay, I got what I came here for. Now I get to go to sleep. No working out. I figure, you know what? Since this watch can survive multiple days, I'll take you around for multiple days, sort of. I'm not gonna show you too much of tomorrow because that might just make this video super long, but we'll make this real days in the life with the Ultra. And I gotta say, guys, I really like the idea of having an action button, and it's great that you can go into the settings and pick what action you want to happen whenever you use that button. Like I said, I like to use the flashlight the most. It's the most useful. You can use it to mark segments while working out, but to be honest, I don't really use the workout section in my Apple Watch that often, so having it as my flashlight has been awesome. I definitely wouldn't mind seeing something like this come to the iPhone. There you go. Yep. Just got that. Just missed that. That's not bad. And with an expected 36 hours of battery life, this thing easily went into the next day where I was able to just do pretty much the standard stuff I do at work. And it got me through that next day with what I call pretty normal usage, which is getting my notifications, answering a call or two until I grab my phone. And I even went to the gym and used the workout app, and it held on no problem, even though it was towards the end of its battery life. It did track most of my workout. Unfortunately, my gloves did pause my workout because it hit the digital crown. So I lost a couple of minutes there, but for the most part, it kept track of everything. I do wish there was some kind of lock that you could use when you're working out. I've had the same issue with my other Apple Watches in the past, but that's just my own personal pet peeve. Overall though, guys, I gotta say, I love this watch. The big screen, I like the look, I love the battery life. Honestly, this thing went well over the 36 hours that Apple claims this thing gets. I think mine lasted maybe close to 39 or 40 hours of battery life, which is great if you're coming from a previous Apple Watch because we've never seen battery life like this. So I do walk away from my experience using this watch very happy. Now, is this a good purchase for the everyday person who doesn't do a lot of working out? They just want a really nice watch. I think this is still a solid buy. You get the nice big screen and you get that battery life. Those are the biggest things. But with an $800 price tag, it's pretty much up to you whether you think the bigger screen and better battery life is worth it. If you are someone who goes outdoors a lot, it might be extremely useful thanks to that new and improved Compass app as well as the new features. But I'm curious to know what you guys think. For me, this is going to be my main watch moving forward, but let me know with a comment down below and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace.